Hi guys, Tara with House of Tortured Souls. So I am here to give you my first impressions video of Pet Sematary, as the shirt that I am wearing. If you're interested in the shirt, it actually came in a Fright crate, and they are really really cool. So if you're interested, I can post links. Just let me know. So to start off, this is going to be a spoiler-free review, so it's going to be kind of short and sweet, but I think so many people are going to see it that I really don't want to spoil anything. So to kind of start off at the beginning, at least by now I feel like most people know the story of Pet Sematary. Even if you have not read the book, you probably watched the old 90s film. And I'm a fan obviously as well, or I wouldn't have got the shirt. My personal favorite character in the original one was Zelda, which is probably most people's favorite character. My initial hangups with the original film are that the dialogue is just not good. And you guys, if you've watched it recently, the dialogue between all of the characters really is just not good. And that kind of it's a classic, but it's not a great watch because of that. So I guess that was what I really wanted from this new one. Let me start off by saying that I am not anti-reboots. I am not anti-remakes. There's quite a few that I really enjoy. So I guess that being that, I'm not going to come in here and say remakes are terrible and then we all gotta, do new things. There are really good remakes. So certainly keep that in mind. If you are going to see this film, let me know kind of what you guys think. If you're seeing it tomorrow, if you already saw it, sound off below. Try to remain spoiler free because we all like that, especially if we're going to go see it this weekend. So if you want to talk to me about it, certainly hit me up on social media, and I'd be happy to DM you and we can discuss whatever you want. That's a little bit more in depth. So I guess going into this film, I did watch the trailer. I was not 100% in from this film from the beginning. I thought that maybe with, it and, Mr. Mercedes and Castle Rock, I thought maybe that Stephen King was getting a little bit oversaturated. So when the concept originally came out and they released the first trailer, I didn't love it. It really wasn't until, I believe it was the TV trailer, maybe a couple months ago, that actually got me like 100% on board. So that being said, if you have not watched the trailer, there is going to be some things in the trailer that impact the way you remember the film. So if you want to go into the film completely new, just walk into it like you would walk into any other film, don't watch the trailers. If you've already watched the trailers, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you're one of those people that steer clear of them, continue to steer clear of them. There'll be some cool things that you'll probably enjoy in the film. Let me start it off and say I love John Lithgow and I love Jason Clarke. Their relationship was so good to me. I really enjoyed that. And really, I liked all of the characters. There wasn't anything in the film that I was like, man, that dialogue was off, or, these people don't really seem like family. And I kind of felt that way in the original, where there was just some sort of a disconnect, kind of with everybody. And it just kind of felt forced in the original film. And this one, I didn't really feel forced. So, that was a positive for me. It's certainly, as a tone, it is a darker film. And I say that because when you watch certain films, the atmosphere and just the general look of it is a little bit different if it's a darker film. And I use that because I don't really know what the proper terminology is, so if somebody wants to school me on that, by all means, please do. So to me, it just felt like a darker film from the beginning. The way that the cinematography was, just kind of a lot of different scenes just looked darker. And one thing that I will say about that is it's nice to be able to see it in the theater for that perspective, because certainly at home, depending on what TV you're using, the darker the scenes, it is really hard to see. And that comes with a lot of films. So hopefully you have a really cool high-def TV and everything looks great. But if you don't, I would highly recommend going to see this in a theater. And really, I highly recommend going to see it in a theater anyway. I guess I'll say I really enjoyed it. I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I'm very, very excited to see what everybody else kind of says about it without dropping a bunch of spoilers. But I really enjoyed it, guys. Like, I thought the acting was really good. There was just some scenes that just like that actually touched me, and I was like shocked because the original did not have that at all. The original felt so disconnected from everybody that even in, you know, the Zelda scenes where obviously, you know, Rachel was impacted by Zelda, in the original I didn't feel like they were family. Like, nobody felt like they were connected in the original one. And I didn't feel that in this one. I felt connected to these characters. I knew kind of what the characters were about. So that was really cool. I'm really pleased about it. There is going to be some new stuff that you'll really like. And there might be some stuff that you don't like, and it's going to be a personal preference at this point. But I definitely think that you guys should check it out. You know, give Paramount your $10 or whatever, and enjoy it. And I'll add by saying we had a really good theater experience. We've seen a lot of films, guys, obviously. And we've seen a lot of them in theaters, certainly most recently. And we have a lot of kind of crappy theater experiences. We didn't have a great theater experience for us, which was a little disappointing. We had a really good theater experience for this one. Everybody was like pitch silent almost the whole time, other than, you know, the occasional popcorn or slurp of a drink or whatever, and obviously that's not a big deal. But man, I was so impressed with the people that were there. They obviously wanted to see the film. They were obviously excited for it. So those are like my favorite films to go see in a theater, because everybody there wants to see this movie. They're not just going to, you know, go see a rock film or, you know, support one character. Like, they really wanted to see what, you know, Paramount did with these characters. So I had to add that caveat of just how great a theater experience we really had tonight. And it's astounding that we don't have a good record with it, but as many movies as we see, it's not surprising. So I guess I just kind of want to close this. And again, I know it's a short review, but I don't want to spoil anything. And if I start diving into more of it, it's gonna get a lot of spoilers. So, and you know, obviously you guys know the story for the most part. There is going to be differences. And let me know too. I actually did not read this book. I read so many King books in a row, and somehow or another, I think Pet Sematary kind of got lost in there. So if you guys have read the book and you've seen the movie, I would love to know what the differences are. And I know that Google exists, but I would like to hear it from an actual human. So if you guys, you know, have read the book and have seen the new movie, let me know kind of what was going on with that. If there was, if it followed the book more closely, if it didn't, yeah, I would just love to know that. And let me know too what Stephen King adaptation you would love to see, because I feel like everybody has kind of their favorite in his universe. My personal favorite is Rose Matter. And if you've never read that book, it is horrific. And I read it when I was maybe 11, 12. I got super into books, and I kind of went through a lot of the classics, and I really liked King, and I went to Rose Matter. So I would love to hear, you know, if you guys have a favorite King story that you'd love to see adapted. Or if you'd really like to see a new remake to something else, that would be awesome to hear. I'd love to hear everybody else's opinions. But certainly, if if Rose Madder ever got turned into a movie, I would be first in line. I absolutely love that book. So yeah, let me know if you guys, you know, have a suggestion on, you know, what King you would like to see. So I guess in closing, all I want to say is definitely 2 thumbs up. If you were a fan of the original, if you're a fan of the storyline, if you're a fan of King's work, if you're a fan of really horror in general, because it's a very good mainstream horror film. And I know I sound hipster and probably awful saying that, but it's a really good mainstream film. It's probably not gonna, you know, beat Halloween and all these other films that you guys just, you know, spent $1 zillion giving them money, and that's okay. But definitely try to support this film because it was really good, and I'm really excited for hopefully more King adaptations. You know, if this is where we've come now, I can only imagine where we're going to be in, like, you know, 2 or 3 years. And then just keep in mind, it is going to come out this fall, so It Part 2 will be out. So, and, you know, we've got a new season of Castle Rock coming out. I think Mr. Mercedes just wrapped another season, which I have not finished. Thank you guys for reminding me. But if you haven't caught the first season of that or Castle Rock, they are both great. Highly recommend them. King is just so good on a lot of his stories, and I really, really hope that you guys go see this film, support it, tweet it out, share this, you know, talk about how good it was, give Paramount your $10, and yeah, let me know if you guys see it this weekend. I know I have a bunch of friends going to see it, so if you guys do go see it this weekend, please let me know. I will, you know, I'd be happy to talk about it, and yeah, so I hope you guys like this. If you guys have a suggestion for the next film that I'm going to review, please leave it below. I would love to hear your suggestions. I know that we're going to do the Ted Bundy film with Zac Efron. That's definitely in the works. As you guys remember from my other videos, I'm a huge Ted Bundy fan, if fan is the right word. So definitely stay tuned to House of Tortured Souls for that. Keep in mind that House of Tortured Souls also has merch, so if you guys need a shirt, want a shirt, definitely jump on TeePublic and get one. I love mine. Unfortunately, it's in the wash, so I'm stuck wearing Pet Sematary, but definitely pick one up if you guys can. And make sure that you like, follow, subscribe, do all of that stuff for House of Tortured Souls, because we really try hard to give you guys, you know, as much news and up-to-date information as we possibly can. And if you guys have suggestions, by all means, you know, message me, and I would be happy to, you know, see what we can do on that. So I guess in closing, go see this film. Definitely go and see this opening night, if you can, so tomorrow. If you can't, try to see it this weekend. I think you guys will really enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear what everybody else says about it. So hopefully this will do really good. Hopefully Paramount makes a couple bucks off of this, and, you know, maybe we'll get that awesome Pet Sematary 2 reboot. Because the original is not so good. But hopefully, maybe if we make a bunch of money, they'll reboot the second one and it'll be good. So let's hope for that. But thank you guys for watching so much. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.